Greetings and salutations, my artsy friends. How is everyone today? So good, I hope. So good. So, today, I am super excited to introduce you. Good morning, Patricia! To introduce you to my brand new art printable, and it's just kind of came out of the blue, I know, and I'll tell you the story. It is called Summerween. So I was unaware of this celebration that started, I think, in like 2012 maybe, with a show on Disney called Galaxy Falls or something like that. Anyway, where people who loved Halloween so much wanted to celebrate it 2 times a year. And then it just kind of evolved and evolved and evolved, as things do. And so now it has hit card makers with a vengeance. Because you know, artsy people, we are just always looking for something to celebrate, aren't we? Anyway, I am so excited to paint popsicles and pineapples and ghosts and all the things. So you will have seen some samples in the newsletter. You will have seen some samples on the website, but now let's make some more samples here. And today, so I have some pre-painted pieces that I will grow. I lost the piece that had the other pieces on here. I don't know. It's around here somewhere. But anyway, but I thought, let's just start painting. So I wanted to tell you that I've been really painting with Lindy's Magicals a lot lately. I have quite a few. So one thing to know about Lindy's Magicals, so you put the powder, I'll show you just a second. You put the powder in here's my brand new set. And you know, the name of this is Christmas Cheer, and it's all like retro Christmas colors. But you know, we can use whatever colors we want for whatever we want, right? So there's some really pretty colors. Look at those. So I just thought, wouldn't we could do, and this is by Katie Peretz, Fruitcake and Fabulous. Shut up, how cute is that? Let's do that color. And you know how we, whoops, I opened the whole shebang. I just want to open the little shaker bit. There we go. And I'm just going to tap some of that color, and not much, doesn't take much, into my palette. And I'm going to add some water. Yeah. And let that kind of percolate. But the other thing I wanted to share with you is, did you know that if you're using Lindy's and hey Valerie, you can let it dry and rehydrate it. So I'm going to set this aside so you can, so this is how you make it, like watercolor paint, right? But then, do you see these 4 colors are all dried out? But look at, I can just add some water. It's exactly what I did with these. Just add some water, and it'll rehydrate it, and it'll turn back into paint. It's the greatest thing in the world. Because I was thinking, I like to layer colors, right? So let's find something to paint, shall we? Let's do a popsicle, because why wouldn't we do a popsicle? I'm cutting this. So you see, this art printable has summertime things and Halloween things, right? So that's the beauty of Summerween. So you want to combine summer and Halloween. But I was thinking I want to do something where I combine everything, right? So I did I did glasses that could be sunglasses or they could just be glasses. I did a ghost, and here's the eyes that go to the ghost. I did sunflower, heart-shaped sunnies that could be used on any of these pieces, right? Or, you know, there's always something more happening around here. Or last year's Halloween, which is Hey Boo, these sunglasses will fit on this or this cat or this bat or this spider, right? All the things. So, and then the sentiments on this art printable can be used in a multitude of ways also. So You're the Bomb goes with the bomb pop, right? And I painted mine right here, and so then I'm gonna put You're the Bomb with that and a pair of sunglasses. Shut up, how cute is that? So then that's super summery, but the pineapple, I'm gonna paint this jack-o'-lantern face black, and I'm gonna cut it out and put it on here. So then it's like a pineapple jack-o'-lantern. Stop it right now. And then I could use any of these. Look at Hot Ghoul Summer. Anything is popsicle. You're one of the coolest people I know. Life would be impopsicle without you. Witch Please. It's Summerween. The possibilities are endless, right? The possibilities are endless. So I absolutely want to make some fun cards to send out. But I also was thinking I want to capture this in my art journal. So I'm feeling like I might want to do an art journal page celebrating Summerween, because it's a new concept to me, but it doesn't mean I don't want to, you know, I'm going to embrace any kind of celebration. I shouldn't say any kind. There's some things I probably wouldn't embrace, but you know what? You get my drift. So I'm going to cut each of these things out. And then paint away. Oh, the flower. Okay, so you'll see that there's a little jack-o'-lantern face. Yes, good morning, Brenda. There's a little jack-o'-lantern face, and then if you notice, there's 5 petals to build, so it's like a flower builder. So here's the first one I painted, right? And here's all the petals. And that's looking pretty Halloween-ish, right? With this, I think it's a coral kind of color, and then the purple center of the flower. So we're gonna cut, and I did some stencil work on the petals, just because I always feel like that like just adds this cool layer of texture and visual interest, right? So this guy, this face, there's the center of our flower, right? And then we're going to cut out these petals. And I'm just doing kind of a rough cut so you can kind of get the idea. I would probably get closer with my, there, do you see it? So you're just gonna start to build the petals around the jack-o'-lantern face. There's that, right? And that could be, you could certainly have the jack-o'-lantern, the flower on the edge of the popsicle. You could do whatever you ding dang please, right? So now let's take that, what was the name of this? Fruitcake and Fabulous Orange. Okay, where's my brush? Oh, soaking in the water. Let's mix that up a little bit. Look at that bright color. Kind of digging that. Let's do this popsicle. Right. I can't wait to see what you guys, I mean, I just feel like this is a lesson in creativity. Like, we can get as creative as we want to be, right? We can do so many cool things with this art printable. So it meant $5, and look at hours and hours and hours of fun. So I have my color down, and then I'm going to play with my Lindy's. Let's see what happens if I just sprinkle some of the powder down on the wet paint, so to speak. Right? And then, so you can see it's starting to kind of explode, how it does, right? Because that's what Lindy's powders do. So if you like it, we can certainly leave it like that. If you don't, we can just move that color around a little bit. Just kind of get a deeper color, right? I love the, what happens when you sprinkle Lindy's on a piece of watercolor paper and then spritz it with water, or have water down and then sprinkle the Lindy's magicals on it, because all the colors, all the bits and pieces of pigment that go into the makeup of that particular color, like, separate. Oh, it's so beautiful. Anyway, let's set that aside to dry. Ooh, I'm running out of space. I was kind of thinking, what if I go over these petals with that orange? Let's see what happens. I have that little bit of stencil work on there, so I'm going to get a little bit of resist, right? There you go. Look at that. It's really starting to pop. So I started out with, I think it's called something coral. No, I don't remember the exact name. I can find out for you. But anyway. And then I took my baby wipe and wiped away some of the stencil design, right? I love this stencil because it has all of these little bits of patterning that I can use in a multitude of ways. And you can see here's where I laid that stencil down. You'll be able to really see it on this one. I laid that stencil down, and then I just rubbed away with my baby wipe, and then I got that patterning on my petals, which, stop it, I'm just in love with it. And this one, I tried with one part of the stencil, and then I decided to do the other. So, I don't know, we'll see what happens with that. So what if I wanted a super full flower, right? So what if I want 10 petals instead of 5 petals? Well, I just need to print my printable twice, because remember, once you buy the art printable, it's yours, right? You'll be able to print it as many times as you want. I think I have one more. Yep. One more petal. Right? I do know that I want to put this on the pineapple. Let's cut that out. Okay. I think I'm going to want to paint this black, then fussy cut it and put it on here. I think that's going to be so dang cute. Stop it. But I might want to do some pen work on here. Do you know what I mean? Make the crisscross applesauce. So I'm going to continue to use this new pen that Tessa got me. Geth pen, white gel pen, which is quite fabulous, I have to say. So let's do, right? I like that this is, there we go. And just let that dry, because that's going to give me a little more visual interest and texture. For the face, I was thinking, I swear you guys, I was just thinking of, I could use a multitude of pens, right? But what if I just come in with a plain old Sharpie, right? Hi, Eva James, how are you? Long time no see. So I'm just going to color this in with a Sharpie. Everybody has them. Even if you don't have a journaling pen. I mean, a black gel pen would work really well for this. That would be kind of cool because it'd be a little bit shiny. And remember, turn that substrate. It is not nailed down to your table, right? Turn your substrate. The more you turn your substrate, the easier it is going to be for you to manipulate your whatever implement you're using. So I'm just coloring this whole thing in black. I may come in with my white gel pen and do some highlights. Oh, you know I will. But for right now, I'm just coloring it in black. So I think that'll be really impactful on the pineapple. I love the idea of the juxtaposition of that pineapple with the jack-o'-lantern face. I love that idea. I will tell you, I had Lauren and Tessa over for our artsy day yesterday, and Tessa, wait till you see what she did with the sunglasses for one of her pieces. Oh, I can't wait for you to see it. So good, so good. So almost done with this, almost done. And then I'm going to set this aside to kind of dry and cure. And then I have some things to share with you. Okay, I'm going to let that dry. Oh, I see some white spots. And tell you about my crazy weekend. So, my car is in the shop. That's frustrating. And then, like I said, I had Tessa and Lauren over yesterday for an artsy day, and so we're sitting in the kitchen at the kitchen table, painting away, chatting and laughing and crying and all the things, right? Anyway, And it started to feel a little warm. And then we started telling stories about, oh my gosh, this one time my air conditioning went out and blah, blah, blah. And if you'll remember, I think it was last year, maybe the year before, Jeff and I had to go to a hotel because our air conditioning went out. It was a whole thing. Anyway, no kidding, you guys. Didn't our air conditioning go out last night? And I think it had probably been going out for a while. Let's mix that up. Because it just kept feeling kind of hot yesterday. But I was like, well, it's summertime, you know. Well, nope. The air conditioning, the fan on the heat pump went out. With a house full of people. Of course it did. Of course it did. Something with the, they don't know exactly yet, which is a frustration, but something I think with the timing, I don't know. They gave me a rental car, so that's a, you know, like a loaner car, and that, what a relief. What a relief, what a relief. There we go. So I think it might be cool to do like all the petals. Kind of got a big idea. And those two together, that's pretty, isn't it? And then I have that popsicle. It's not dry yet, but I'll show you the cool thing I wanted to share with you. Okay, so I'm sure you've all seen this on social media, but I got it in my hot little hands. This is from Lauren, our resident foil queen, and she is on the Thermoweb design team now, and so shut up. This foily background that she did with the Gina K, darn it, I don't remember the name. Eva, we used it at the retreat. The no, I don't remember. It'll come to me. Where it takes like the negative from your foiling, and then you can use that poly something sheets, and so you can use, so you use the entire sheet of foil. You can foil something, and then you take the negative from that foiling and you use that poly sheet, and you get, it puts foil every place that the other piece didn't do. Oh my gosh. Valerie, it's so fun. It's so fun. Anyway, look at that gorgeous card. I'm in love with it. I'm in love with it. The other thing I wanted to talk to you about, well, I wanted to talk to you about these new Lindy's colors. The Christmas cheer ones. Oh my gosh. So I told you they're all retro colors. So what did we just use? We just used Fruitcake and Fabulous. Tinseltown Green. Coal in Your Stocking. Aqua Velva Christmas. Shut up. I love that. And this one is Holly Berry Hustle. Anyway, I wanted to make sure I told you about that. And then I wanted to, so here's an assignment while I'm gone. So make sure you look at the newsletter and look at the calendar in the newsletter to remind you that I won't be here. Like, I fly out tomorrow and I fly in next Tuesday. And so there'll be no pop-in paint parties or stitch-alongs during that time. That's not to say I don't have some artsy assignments for you. So I want you to obviously paint and make all kinds of who knows what out of Summerween. And then as you are going about your life, I want you to start. So I made you, I made everybody save all their stickers from their fruit, right? And we'd use those in our art journal. And now here's some more trash for you to collect. So, and security envelopes, right? Now, tags from clothes. So we're going to make artsy tags out of these tags from clothing. Here's a tag from a necklace that I bought my niece, but it was so cute, I wanted to keep it. Look at this little scallopy edge. Stop it. So cute. Here's a secondary tag that was on something I bought. Kipling, how are you? Oh my gosh. Hello, hello, hello. I have a couple of those. I think I might have 3 of those. And then, and here's my Duluth, you know, my overalls. I have those tags, and I have some tops I got at Costco. Some more tops I got at Costco. And we're going to get really artsy with these. So start to gather and collect tags, and they can be tags from kind of anything. If you buy a new blanket, if you buy, I don't know, whatever, if it has an interesting tag or a sturdy tag or, I don't know, just a tag, gather it up, and we will make something out of that. You know how we are. Let's see. Kipling, Kipling, Kipling. How are you? Oh my good gravy. Everybody take a drink. Okay. I'm going to start to fussy cut this jack-o'-lantern face. I think, you know what, first, let's get some gel pen work on there. There we go. Right. There we go. And if you don't like it, go over it with your Sharpie. Do you know what I mean? If you feel like, oh, that's too much, then just paint over it. But let's start to fussy cut this jack-o'-lantern face. So I'm going to do a rough cut first, and then I'm going to come back in. We had our first like big monsoon haboob last night. A big dust storm. And it's pretty dusty outside in the back. The aftermath of a dust storm is kind of crazy. Like your car is just filthy dirty. And if there was any rain involved in the haboob, sometimes there is, sometimes not, then you can imagine the dusty splotches that are all over the windshield and your paint, and you know. It's kind of crazy. But they are super fun to watch. Like sometimes we can watch it like just kind of come toward us. It's just like this weird wall of dust that comes across the desert. Oh my gosh, look how cute it's gonna be, you guys. Vicky, How are you? Oh my gosh. Vicky Russell, as I live and breathe. So how many here have heard of Summerween? How many here celebrate Summerween? I don't know, all the things, I guess. I had never heard of it, and Lauren brought it to my attention and said, "Would you draw something?" And I go, "Yeah, tell me what to do." And hey, Renee. And so she did, and oh my gosh, you guys. It made me so happy. Like once I started drawing it, oh, stop it, you guys. Look at it, look at it. I just so got into it, you know? Okay. And now I'm hooked. And I hope you're hooked too. I put the link in the, sorry about that. I need to take a drink. Anybody else need to take a drink? I'll put the link again in the Facebook right here. You have heard of Summerween. How about you, Renee? Have you heard of Summerween? And are you coming to book club tonight, Renee? The book is so good. I am so close to done. As soon as I'm done here, I need to just go listen to the rest of the book. Because I want to be all set for tonight. I do still have a landline, Renee. I do. Can you tell? Getting there. Stop it. I want to round that a little bit. My cut's a little too pointy. Better. And now the nose. I've never heard of it. I will try. I haven't read the book, but I could come and listen. The book was so good. I had never heard of it either. And you know what, Renee? Go grab this art printable and make some Summerween cards with me. They're super fun. Like, I felt like we just all needed something new and exciting and, you know, off the beaten path. So I will be taking this art printable on the plane with me tomorrow. Stop it, stop it, stop it, you guys. Look at that. Stop it. Oh my gosh. I love it so much. It's too hot to go to the library. I will see if I can get the Audible from the library and listen before then. It is too hot to, I know. You guys are having crazy weather, aren't you? Okay, so I'm going to set that aside, but you guys get the idea now, right? So this face could also go on this popsicle, right? Do you get the idea? Like, they can all be intermixed. That's so funny, Tam. I was just talking to Renee about coming to book club tonight. Well, that's the beauty, Renee. It can just be a summer. It can just be a summer art printable too. I made it so it's both, right? You could either do either do that, or you could do some sunglasses, right? So let's do that. I'm gonna like rough cut the sunglasses, right? We could put the sunglasses on there, and then I have all of these. Anything is popsicle. Life would be impopsicle without you. So, you can use these in any way you want, right? In any way you want. Tam, I was, now I'm like, oh, what color shall we paint those sunglasses? What about a pretty blue? I have some reconstituted Lindy's over here in blue that I have this teal color that I'm kind of digging. So let's take that. I think everywhere is having crazy weather. The other day we had a really cold day, and then the next day it was crazy hot. Yeah, I think it is. I think you're right. I think you're right, Val. It's been crazy. Are you home for a while, Tam? Or are you someplace now and I don't even know? Tammy and I travel so much that we never know where the other one is. I leave tomorrow, Tam, for Michigan. I'm super excited because my sister will be there. We'll get some good sister time. We're going to go to the Sugar Island powwow together. We always see lots of family there, so we're super excited about that. And just hanging with our dad. That'll be fun. Okay. Stop it. Look at that. Oh my gosh. Tam, they're so fun. They're so fun. You made it very versatile. Yes, I absolutely, you know, I don't like a, Renee, I like open-ended things. Like if I buy a embossing folder or a stencil, I want it to be something I can use in a multitude of ways, which is like this one, Stacked Rocks. I can use this in a multitude of ways. The other one that I was just using, and I don't remember the name of it. Darn it. But I can use it in a look at all the different patterning is on there. I like things that I can use in a multitude of ways. Yep, I was in Idaho and Oregon for 2 weeks last month, but no travel plans until September now. Yay! Where are you going in September, Tam? I think my glue is upstairs, so... Oh, wait, I have this little bottle. Let's use that, shall we? Yep. Okay. So, get some glue on here. Sister time and dad time will be great. I know, I'm so excited, Renee. I'm so excited. We always have ourselves a time. Things that are kind of only funny to the three of us. There used to be 5 of us, and now there is 3, and so we work really hard to keep that time sacred, you know? back to Idaho for a week, and then their art in the park, and then Pride. Okay. Their Pride is in September. Interesting. Austin's is, oh, that's a little crooked. Austin's is in August, I believe. Like National Pride is June, but Austin's is in August, I believe. So Tam, I was telling them at the beginning, oh, didn't our air conditioning go out yesterday? So that was pleasant. Not. Okay, there we go, there we go, there we go, there we go. See, I think that's too low, so we need to scoot the nose up just a little bit. There we go. Stop it. So cute. Okay, then the following week, I'm going to Lisbon, Portugal, with Brian for my birthday. Nice! So exciting! Oh, it was just miserable. You know, because Tessa and Lauren were over for dinner or for an art day yesterday, and Lauren's like, "What are you gonna do?" And I said, "I'll tell you what we do. We take a shower and then we just get in bed, wet." Put on the least amount of pajamas and then just lay there and let the fan dry the water on you, and hopefully you'll fall asleep before you're all the way dry. It has been so wet everywhere. When you lose someone, it makes the ones here. Yes. Yeah, we just cherish our time so tremendously. That's for sure. I was just listening to an interview with Jamie Lee Curtis, and she was talking about, you know, she's the only one left in her family now because she just lost her sister, and she had lost both of her parents earlier. And I just thought, oh my golly. I mean, she has her children and her husband, but like when you are like the only survivor of your family, that has to be a weird place to be. Do you know what I mean? That has got to be a really weird place to be. Okay, I'm going to set those. Stop it. How cute is that going to be? But I want those to dry all the way. Now I'm fiddling around with this idea of this flower. Now I'm going to start fussy cutting these. So be sure to watch my social media. I have so many things to share with you guys while I'm gone. And you know, I'll be in touch in some kind of way. Watch my social media while I'm gone. Okay. See, I want to see what happens when I put the deeper petals next to the lighter pebbles. I think that might be kind of a cool vibe. Tam, did you download the World Cup art printable, the interactive art printable? I think you did, if I'm remembering correctly. Anyway, you made mine. You're in my you're part of my documentation that you got to go to one of the games. Shut up. How amazing was that? I bet the energy in that stadium was insane. I bet it was insane. Stop it. I'm loving this already. And it's just a pile of petals right now. It's not even a flower yet, but it will be. It will be. I have artwork to share with you guys with this brand new art printable with the Go With The Flow bundle. I'm having so much fun with that, and my team is having so much fun with that too. Yes, now I need to fill it out. Where are you? It was so fun, and it was Argentina, which was so loud. I bet. And seriously, you got to watch Messi play. How amazing was that? I'm an only child. Both of my parents are gone, and all my grandparents. I'm not really close to or have much contact with my aunt or cousins that I did growing up, and pretty much no contact with my aunt's daughters. Oh, Renee, I'm sorry to hear that. What teams did she see play? Argentina and Egypt. I know, Valerie. Can you imagine it? I was watching Norway play England, and that was a fun one to watch. It was what do I want to say? It was an intense game. Like you knew that England was favored, right? But the Norwegian team and fans have so embraced the whole experience of the World Cup that you couldn't help but root for them, you know? There's Holland, one of their strikers. I watched a video of him buying a cowboy hat when he was in Dallas. I thought, oh my gosh. What a blast. And I feel like the World Cup has been such a uniter of the world. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, the whole world has been watching that and having a great time with it. And I think that's what we need a little bit more these days. When so many are trying to divide us, I think something that unites us can only be a good thing. Right? Only a good thing. Almost there. One more petal. Okay. When I hear people gripe about their parents irritating or exasperating them, I tell them to enjoy the time anyway. Yeah, I get that, Renee. My husband's mom and stepdad are close to us and live close to us. Nice. I love when they have shootouts. It makes them more exciting. I knew the shootouts are super fun, aren't they? Like, we're so into it. We have we'll be watching it in the house, and then we'll go outside for a swim because, you know, movement. And then, but we have a TV on the back patio, and so there we are in our dripping wet bathing suits watching, because we don't want to miss any of it. Oh my gosh, it's so exciting. It's so exciting. So exciting. And we don't know much about soccer at all, but we're learning, right? We're learning as we go along. Egypt scored twice before Argentina, and both times I was in the bathroom. The videos of them enjoying the food, the cities, the people has been awesome. Yes, I love it. I love it. I love it. I love that it's, you know, that, you know, like that they drank all the beer in Boston, and that they, you know, I love all of that. And that they're embracing us just as much as we're embracing them, you know? I love that. I hope that the world sees that. Do you know what I mean? I hope that the world sees that. That if we can get along in that sense, why can't we get along in other ways? You know? Make art, not war. Make art. That's our job. Make art. Shut up. Okay, so I could do two things, Renee. I could leave these white, which I don't love that, but I could color them in black and then they're like sunglasses. Stop it. Stop it right now. Love that idea. So let's see. Let's do, you know what? Let's just go right back to our stinking Sharpie. Oh, yes, I did see the trying to take ranch dressing home in their suitcase. I love that. I love that. Okay. Ta-da. Okay. The white, what did you say? Black, but don't forget the white reflection line. I will. I'll put those in. Let's see. What else did you say? There are a few people that bought new suitcases to take home ranch dressing. I know, I love that. I love that. I know, I'm digging the sunglasses too, Tam. I just feel like it's, I don't know. You know. I like to go around the edge of whatever I fussy cut. If there's a black outline. And, do that very side edge, and oh my gosh, it makes all the difference. All the difference in your just a good like finishing touch. Do you know what I mean? Just be slow and methodical about it. And do you know what I think? I think I want to pop my sunglasses. Stop it. How cute would that be? How cute would that be? To pop them. Oh, this, look at down here. I think I have a little 005. And I have, in between those sketchy lines, I like to do a little line work sometimes. And that's going to give me just a little bit more dimension. So it's in between the solid teal and the black. You know what I mean? Yep. Yep. There we go. There. What do you think? And then we need to do some white reflections. Okay, did you see the video clip where TSA had opened a suitcase full of nothing but ranch and told them, no, you cannot take this much with you? No, I didn't see that. Oh, poor things. Poor things. If they checked it, I would think, why wouldn't you be able to? Do you know what I mean? Or maybe we need to just mail them some ranch powder. I forgot which company said they would ship ranch to the people. Oh my gosh, I love that. I love that. Everybody take a drink. No, that's a story. That's a story, Renee. Right? Okay. So that's going to go on there. So we have that, and now let's fiddle around with this. How am I doing? I'm all right, time-wise. So let's just start to build our flower. Yeah. I think this is going to be super cute. One more petal. And then our center. Shut up! Hello. Oh my gosh, that's so dang cute. So I think I want to fiddle around with these petals a little bit more. I want to do the black edge. Some of them I need to come in a little bit on the outside edge of the sketchy line. I want to do some line work. I'm thinking I might want to break my... So if you manipulate watercolor paper like this, while you're doing this, you're breaking up the fibers of the makeup of a watercolor paper, right? And so by doing this, by breaking up the fibers, you make it more malleable. And then you can have petals with a shape and with dimension. That can't be anything but cute, right? I think it was the Hidden Valley Ranch Company. That's the brand I saw the most people were taking home. I love that. Why wouldn't Hidden Valley do that, right? Swear. Why wouldn't they do that? Look at that. Okay. Let's fiddle with this. Do those lines in between those sketchy lines. Here we go. Oh my gosh. I am loving that. Popsicle needs the pineapple top for a hat. You make that. You make that, Renee, and then show me. That's how we get better and better, right? Genius breeds genius. We all keep making stuff and sharing our ideas. Look at what just this going around the edge with that black pen. And it doesn't have to be a Sharpie. That's just what happens to be on my desk right now. The suitcase was full of Hidden Valley. Oh my gosh. How do you not love that? How do you not love that? Okay, so thank you for tuning in to this special Monday Summerween edition of Pop and Paint Party. I will see you on the 22nd in Stitch Along, on my Stitch Along with Anne Facebook group. And then I'll be back on Thursday. But just remember, watch my social media because I'll be posting content there for you to follow and be inspired by, hopefully. And start gathering tags. We're going to be making something amazing. Bye, everybody. Thanks so much, and I'll see you when I get back from Michigan. Bye.